as we get to the panic part, you have to realize that panic is the fear of your thoughts. These are what I would say are your fake emotions. Your true emotions of who you are your actual feelings. What you feel will help guide you more than your thoughts of what you feel. For example, about maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I was getting an interview for an opera. And I was very nervous because at the time I had forgotten my transcript on what I do, or I'm sorry, my resume on how I sing and everything, and I panicked. I only had a tablet, and I was typing away on this tablet, and I was trying to get my change together to print it out, and my friend had come up and saw that I was freaking out and I was shaking and everything because of the thought of being so afraid. And I remember when I walked in there and I apologized and said, I don't have my resume, I don't have this, I'm so sorry, and this and that. And the conductor had simply said this, and it always stuck to me. He looked at me and he said, hey, there's wars going out there in different places of the world. Don't worry about it. When you have a thought about something, believing it's going to be more harsh than what it seems, you use what we would call panic. Panic is a fake emotion of who you are, or better yet, an unnatural emotion of who you are, and it doesn't exactly evolve you. When you grow past that emotion, you have a better chance of understanding what fear is and what it's meant for. And even for fear in its highest form, it can grow into love because of what it is possible of doing. And I have talked about this in a few areas. If you check out what is love, I'll put that in the description. But you have to also understand the simple fact of the effects around you that panic has. From someone who feels they have no money or anything and they don't know a way out, or someone who's starving somewhere else around the world, many people will panic for the simple fact of the illusion of insufficiency. Or separation, or superiority, or damnation. There's a variety of areas you can actually place it in one way or another, because we, of course, discussed last week about the different illusions that can plague the world, in a sense. It might not be beneficial in today's society as of now. So, many people will harm people, will kill people, will do things that aren't so peaceful. When you observe what you see in history, including in society today, and you watch very closely, you'll realize how unimportant panic really is. It has started wars for people because of the simple thought that they believe they are already in dangerous territory. So at times people will go out and cause wars between each other, even inside different continents or countries. And this could lead to harm for many people, but not knowing it's unnecessary. If you could realize how dangerous it can be, and observing that instead of believing that panic's okay, and of course there are many people out there that probably think panic isn't okay. So taking the time to actually solve panic is by, whether it's 5 minutes, 10, 15, or 20 minutes, taking that time out of your own schedule to meditate. Breathing in and out and taking time alone from yourself. No matter how busy you might be or anything, you have to think of the fact of, is this really who you are? So even if it's busy for you, whether, like I said, 5 minutes, at least taking that time to understand what's going on for you. Why do I feel this way? Or what am I thinking? Is what will help you understand the unnatural emotion of panic. As children, the only things we're most afraid of are loud noises and falling. If we're taught to grow past that and understand it more, we get past fear. But when it comes to panic, for example, when we talk about people in, an example I've heard is people in a theater and one person runs out screaming fire, fire, then everybody runs out. Just from someone's thought of it. Even me personally, this has happened with friends. Well, I've been singing or something, and when I was younger, I would go exploring with friends, and one time one of them ran the other way past us, and we all ran, and we asked them why they did that, and they said there was no reason. The effect of that alone shows the unnatural motion of what fear is, false evidence appearing real. So understand and observe that this evidence is false and that it's merely an illusion. It's like watching a magician play a magic show, a magic trick for you. Watch closely and you'll realize that at the end of the day, none of it was ever real to begin with. And no, you are amazing, beautiful people out there. You are great, amazing, strong people. And you are the gods, the goddesses, and creators within. So, to everybody out there, have a good morning, have a great afternoon, and a fantastic evening. Namaste.